Hello YouTube modelers, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank all my subscribers and viewers for tuning in and for supporting my channel. So this is a little sneak preview into the 71 Duster. This is what it looks like before the decals. But for the most part, everything is put together. Everything's polished, so now I'm just going to put on the decals. So this is what it looks like. A little plain even for my taste. So definitely looking forward to seeing it with the black stripe. Alright everyone, so we are here at the final reveal. So before I show the kit, just want to thank Chuck again for suggesting the buddy build and for giving me this Duster kit. It was a pleasure to put together. I enjoyed it very much, and I'm glad that I assembled this kit. It's a kit I normally might not have chosen, but since I've built the kit, I thoroughly enjoyed it and I do recommend it. So thanks again, Chuck, for doing the buddy build with me. And here is the kit. Here it is. I really enjoy the color. You may not be able to see it that well on video, but it does look mostly yellow, but it has a hint of green, a little green hue to it. A little hint of green, but it does look more yellow, especially on camera. So some of the things that went well with this kit was it is highly detailed. It has many parts. Very accurate. It gives you lots of decals, lots of options. You can build with or without the spoiler. Decals came with strobe, stripe down the hood, which I was contemplating of doing it. Lots of license plates, hood scoops. But I wanted mine to not look too sporty with the hood scoops, so I chose just the stripes. No hood scoops, no diagonal 340 over the hood, no strobe stripe. So as far as the kit goes, some things were a little vague as far as placement, but you can kind of figure it out, like some of the engine parts and things like that. Because it's multi-piece detail, again, you may have problems with all four wheels touching at the same time. On mine, this one was a little bit, it kind of didn't touch, and a lot of the strain is on this back one, so it gives you a little bit of a negative camber on the back wheel. It does give you the option of the 340 4-barrel or the 6-barrel 6-pack. The thing is, some things that you have to be careful if you're going to be putting, if you choose the 6-pack, is the air conditioning unit on top. It's really a tight fit, and they tell you to put the air cleaner on first, which I did do, but I had to end up removing it just to fit this air conditioner on. And it's a really tight fit. You may not have that problem with the 4-barrel, but with the 6-barrel, it's really tight. Matter of fact, the air cleaner is really resting on top of the AC compressor and not the carb underneath. But other than that, I mean, everything else seems to fit okay. The hood is a little bit warped, but I had to do some firm bends on the corner to get it to lay a little bit flat. But if you notice, there is a slight, it's not quite even in the middle here. Matter of fact, you might be able to see a little bit of a frown. It doesn't really sit on top that well, but it's good enough. You guys know about the multiple paint jobs. This pillar kind of split right here, and I thought I did a good job gluing it, but I think by installing the glass, it cracked again, but from far away, you could hardly tell. I was also a little bit sloppy with the Molotow on this rain gutter over the window, so I had to clean it up a little bit. That's why it's not as neat. Over here you see a little bit of where I went over with the Molotov. I try to touch it up with the green paint, as opposed to this side came out perfect, so the line is more crisp and more clean. So this is my fault as far as the multiple paint jobs and the Molotov. But the kit does have some challenges to it. The body is extremely tight to put over the chassis. Also, be sure that if you want to paint the white lens, to mask off the lens before installing it, and also try masking off to paint the black recessed area where the tail light is. I did it freehand, and then I took a Q-tip with mineral spirits and wiped the area to clean it up. Some people can mask it, but just remember to paint that recessed area black, because once you put the tail light in, it's going to be really hard to do that. Be careful with this decal, because this long thin one did break on me right around here. It broke into like 2 separate pieces. But other than that, just be very careful as if you were handling nuclear plutonium. Just be very gentle with it, because it's very thin here. But everything else worked fine as far as sliding it off. It does have a gloss clear coat over it, so the decals are very easy to maneuver on top as long as you keep them moist. And the only thing I regret was I should have put the 1971 in the back, and in the front I should have put the Duster guy. I think it would have looked better, but it's too late. Once I set the decal, I couldn't lift it off again. Detail on the bottom, body color, orange shocks. One thing I also do recommend is to paint this front sway bar in one of those high performance colors like red, yellow, orange, or possibly blue, because it does stand out. If you look at it, you can actually see it. It's pretty prominent from the side, so it might give it a more high performance look. I do like the inserts I put in, so some pros and some cons. Some things are not the kit's fault. Paint job and this pillar broken is my fault. I also got a little bit of glue right in the rear window, but that's again my fault. As far as the kit goes, it could have been a little clearer on the instructions. The hood wasn't perfectly flat over here, but everything else fit well. And of course the chassis, just be a little bit careful. So really like the color, never used this color before, and that's pretty much it. So I'll have stills at the end. Appreciate everyone who stopped by, and thanks for watching. See if I can get the interior in for you guys.